let's see if it's going to work for us now. Hello, everyone. I hope I am here with you, and apologize for the lateness. Just when you think you've got everything figured out, the computer wants to mess it up. So let's see. Please comment when you come on, at least the first few people, so I know whether I'm on Facebook and or YouTube. And I'm so glad to be here with you, and I do apologize for the delay. So we are going to work with, I have not opened it at all because I wanted it to be an experience like we're opening it together, okay, so that we can see about the scrapbooking workshops. This is the first one I've ever put together. I do not have pictures for it today, but here's what I thought. It's a Christmas themed, and so I am going to have my work all organized and ready to go for photos for this year. I thought that would be fun. Hello, Deb. Hey, how's it going? And we probably won't finish with this today. It is three 2-page layouts, so 12 by 12 pages. But we're going to start with it. Maybe we'll finish on Thursday night. And I'm sure I'm just going to talk about Christmas, right? My Christmas is growing up. My Christmas is now. And so I want you to join in and talk about your traditions, okay? And so that's going to be our theme while we put this together. I'll definitely point out the different features of the Stampin' Up! Scrapbook workshops. And we're going to have fun with this, right? It's going to be a learning opportunity for everyone. So I do welcome you. Thank you so much for joining me. It is Sunday, December 14th. I am coming live with you from beautiful Boise, Idaho. It is beautiful. We have not had any snowfall. And guess what? We're okay with that, okay? It makes it so much easier to get around and get errands done and be safe. So it's beautiful. It's a little chilly, but the sun is shining. And so I hope that everybody is doing well today. If you've never been here before, welcome. Everybody is encouraged to put anything into the comments you would like me to know about you. But again, we are talking about our Christmas traditions today. So you feel free to put your own Christmas traditions. Maybe it's a special food you just have to have. Maybe it's a special outfit or photos you take or anything. I would like to know. Music you like, etc. Okay, and then I'll tell you some of mine. So I will ramble on as I normally do. Okay, I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. My business is named The Stamping Zoo. One of the things that I do with regard to being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator is that you can purchase all of the products I'm using today. This is a current scrapbooking workshop kit. It is $36. It includes, well, we're going to find out. That's what we're here to find out, what it includes. But it includes supplies to complete 3 2-page layouts or 6 12 by 12 workshop sheets. Okay, so before that, to get us in the mood, this is just a few, these are just a few of the Christmas cards I've gotten already. I know, mine are starting to trickle out, okay? So I'm hoping that, you know, the night is young. We're going to get some more out tonight, okay? And so this is from our friend Beth. Oh, thank you, Beth. I love this. And thank you for reminding me of this paper. It's so gorgeous. So you did beautiful work on this. It's really stunning. And now that I've shown it, I'm going to go display it. And I have something that I put on the wall that's metal and then has all sorts of little clips on it. So that's how I display my cards. And I display them right as you walk in my house. You'll be able to see them. So, well, this is cute. And she's used some kind of glimmery paper. This is Sue Giberman. I love, love, love Sue's cards. Sue is someone who spends her time in 2 different states, and when she is here in Boise, then she comes to our team meetings and she comes to some of my classes. And so I love this. Look what she did with our Tractor and Co. And these are from something from last year. I know I used it a lot. And so anyway, I love how she's mixed and matched. And obviously the Tractor and Co., the tractor and trailer is all decorated for Christmas. Here is a birthday card, also from Sue. And I love how she's made a gorgeous vase, I guess, out of vellum. And then just look at all the cool daisies. So anyway, oh, I forgot about that. Look how cute that is. Oh, it's so beautiful. And this is, now we do have Pop-Up Petals, which is a newish stamp set bundle that has something kind of similar, but Sue has done her own thing, I bet. This is some sort of, she has the measurements to make this. I'm looking down inside there. It's beautiful. Oh, she finished that off so nicely. Look. So that's all finished off where all the flowers are. Anyway, it's gorgeous. Oh, Sue, so cute. And then this is just a flashback, Corinne. This is a flashback to your card from last year. I just love it, and I haven't made one yet. I think it's called the Shutter Fold. Anyway, I have not made it yet, but it's handy, Corinne. It's close at hand. And so, you know, maybe this is the year. Well, we're coming up on the end of the year, aren't we? That's another thing that's going to be really weird. And so I'm going to do my best to say 2026 when the time comes. But let's see. Oh, goodness. There's been a bad accident for some of Deborah's family. I'm so sorry to hear that. And, goodness, Deborah. I hope everything goes okay with that, as well as can be expected, right? I'm very sorry to hear that. And definitely, we will keep your family in our prayers. Hello to Anna, and hello to Sherry. It's very nice to see you guys popping in. So, as you are also coming in, whether you're on live or replay, hey, leave me a little message. I love to know I'm not just out here talking to myself and the dogs, right? So the dogs, we've not had a lot of time together today because I went out and did a bunch of grocery shopping for, well, I needed food, and also for upcoming parties. And so I got that done today, and now I've got to do tons more things, but we're gonna have some fun here. I had so much fun crafting with you on Thursday, and we used the sweet bugs, and you know what, I'm not finished with one of the cards. We made like 1.5 cards, right? Still not finished with it, but this is very fun. And so this is just a very like easy card made with pieces all from the designer series paper and the die cuts, okay? And so just watch this space for more sweet bugs. And also to let you know, let's see. Well, I don't know the exact date when Zoobilee will be going out. So just watch for that. I had to put in an order on Saturday with priority shipping because I need something to put in your kits, but your kits have been designed and photos taken and all of that stuff. So we're well in the way, and I know that I do my very best to get them in the mail by the 20th. That's not going to be a problem, okay? Unless something crazy happens with my supplies. But again, I did put in I paid for expedited shipping. So yes, hello Ruth, very nice to see you. Okay. So let's take a look at what we get. First, we get all sorts of instructions and photos. And here's what I love. It tells you right from the very beginning the materials that you need and which kind of photos, how many, okay, and whether they're portrait or landscape even. So I already, once I finished these 6 pages, and then I go do my Christmas things, I'm already going to keep in mind this checklist. I'll probably take a little photo of this and actually kind of work to make my photos fit this layout. Okay, we can do that now. Remember in the olden days, you're just taking film, you just kind of point and shoot and hope it works out, right? And then it tells us right here all the materials that are needed. This is a current kit. I just checked it this afternoon. It is in stock. It is $36. I think that's a phenomenal deal for supplies and designs to make 3 two-page layouts. You can find it in my shop simply by going to thestampingzoo.com, hitting that Shop Now tab. You can find this and lots of other scrapbook workshops and lots of other paper crafting supplies. Okay, so it tells you also we're going to feature techniques that are adding accents with ink and Wink of Stella. Okay, and it tells us down here we're going to need a paper trimmer, very basic. First of all, you need the kit. Okay. Stampin' Seal, multi-purpose liquid glue, dimensionals, a paper trimmer, old olive stamp pad, and a Wink of Stella glitter brush. Can do on all accounts, right? Okay, and so, oh, this is great. So it shows us right here how you want to cut all of the papers. Oh, I like that. Now, I really haven't looked at this. So if you're looking for me to lead you through really slick, I didn't do that because I wanted it to be just like the experience of opening it for the first time and really test it and see, is this easy to follow? I think it's easy to follow. Okay, so it says gather all materials needed. Check the cut orientation below. I'm sure this will tell you whether certain paper, if it's directional, how it needs to be. These papers are not directional, and so light gray pieces on the cutting guide are project pieces. White pieces are leftover pieces. Okay, so you will have some leftover pieces of these beautiful papers. As you cut the paper, label and sort the pieces as indicated on the cutting guide. Oh, creating a stack for each project. Okay, so for today, I am just going to cut what we need, maybe for, yeah, we're not going to cut all these pieces if I can avoid it, okay? And because that's not super fun for you to watch. Oh, goodness. Okay, so here, then it shows you where the pieces and parts go. Okay, let's see. Can we do this? Adhere photos to 1C, 1E, 1F, 1J, and 1K. Yeah, okay. I understand that. All those squares. Trim old olive dotted sticker. Oh, because they're stickers. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got here. We have a sticker sheet, which you can purchase without purchasing this this complete kit. I think it's about $5.50. How you purchase this is you'll purchase the designer series paper either with the sticker sheet or without. Okay, and then there'll be a price difference. We have 2 willow white or basic white sheets, 2 secret C, and these are, oh, these are 2-sided. Okay, at least that one is. 1 old olive, 1 Calypso. This looks like Coastal Cabana or maybe Pool Party, but let's see. I don't know. We will look at the guide in a moment. And then 1 Cherry Cobbler. And again, 2-sided. That's fun. Oh, look at these. Okay, now these just punch out. Okay, these are exclusive to the workshopping kit. So these pieces you can purchase. 2-tone cardstock you can purchase, you know, in different sets. But these punch out pieces are exclusive to this workshop. So is this December documented, and then look at all of these really long pieces. I'm sure they're about 12 inches. Oh, look at this page. I love it. So if you have a story to tell, you can tell it here. You know, I love storytelling. Then here are 2 more pages. I'm assuming these are the different layouts. And then finally we have this as a layout, right? And let me see here. Since we're looking at things. No, that's about how big we're going to get. And then we have this. This is probably our designer series paper that we cut. Okay, so those are the 2 sides. And again, these papers can be purchased either as the Keeping Traditions part of the pack of the Keeping Traditions designer series paper, or in part of the workshop. And then finally we have all of these, and they are just what they say. They're photo placeholders, so that you can go ahead and design just like I'm talking about doing today, but we don't have the pictures, and that's okay, because we can put the placeholder right there and then come back in and put the photos in, right? Okay, so anyway, very cool. And finally, what is this? Oh, this is the back paper. And okay, so this is where it will tell us Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, that's Pool Party. Real Red, Secret Sea, and White Willow. And the item number is 166804. If you are interested in getting this for yourself, as we are working through it. Okay, so this is going to be really kind of fun. Ooh, I love being the student. I like being the teacher too, I'm not going to lie, but I like being the student. Oh, this is some more 2-sided paper. I guess we have this paper. That's not a layout. This is a layout. This is a layout. And those plain white papers must be a layout too. The plain white willow. That's what I'm thinking. Now that I've kind of gone through all that, and then let's put these off to the side. Now, this is the only kind of difficult thing is I'm not used to working with 12 by 12 layouts with you right here, right? We're used to working with cards. So, it's going to be a little bit of a shuffle, and we can do it. That's all right. We can handle this. Okay. Maybe not Thursday night. I couldn't handle much on Thursday night or Friday, to be quite honest. So, first of all, let's get some of these papers cut, okay? And I am going to grab just a piece of mechanical pencil. I don't know why it's a mechanical pencil. A pencil, in case you were wondering what that was. No Ticonderogas in this house. We're only about mechanical pencils. I think everyone is nowadays, but then every once in a while I see somebody in our office using a yellow Ticonderoga, which I think is kind of interesting. Oh, okay, so this is how it tells us right here, cut orientation. So this is directional, right? You can have them horizontal or vertical, and it's telling us we want vertical, okay? So out of this paper, we want a 4.5 by 12. Eek! I hope I'm going to do this right. Let me see. Yeah, okay. 4.5 by 12. We want that. And then this one's going to be 3F. Okay. That's how I'm going to do it for right now. I don't know. If that's not enough, then I'll use a pen, but I don't want to write into it too much. Okay, and then keeping the same orientation. In fact, we'll just turn it this way. We want it 4 by 9.5. Okay, so 4 here. And then I'm going to put the pieces that are for some other project. I'm going to put them over to the left. This is going to be the way I keep them organized, maybe. Okay, and you know what? The more I'm seeing this, the more I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to use a pen, especially on this. Okay, so 3A, right? And put it on the back, okay? 3F. Got to keep that straight. Okay. And then I'm going to leave them like this so I can see their codes. Okay. And then another one. And we want to cut this one. Same orientation. Okay. 5 by 10. 5 by 10. Okay. And you guys can scream in the comments if it looks like I'm doing something wrong. Stop. Okay, please do. And we're going to call this one, I don't know what that is, 1L, 1I. I'm going to call it 1I. And I'm going to call this 1I. I don't know. We'll find out as we go on here what that means. But, and then this one is 4 by 8. Wow, I love these cutting guides. So 4 by 8. And again, I'm using our paper trimmer, which is so handy. I use the measurements down at the bottom. And I also flip it because I'm left-handed. And so you can see like the logo's upside down. That's how you can tell it's me, okay? Because I like to do things different. And then again, writing on the back, 3H. You know, this is kind of difficult when you are talking and cutting at the same time, so beware. Okay, and then, oh, this is fun. This is going pretty fast. We're going to do it. We're going to go for it. Because then we'll have our pieces. And this is how you would do it at your own home, right? Okay, and hello, Carla. Very nice to see you, and very kind words. Okay, so it says cut orientation. There really isn't. These are both beautiful plaids, okay? And so we got, let's cut over to 7.5. Okay. And then it says the top part, we'll do it just like this, is 5. Okay. And then that is called, oh, but I don't know which is the front, which is the back. I don't know which one's which. How do I know the other ones? Now I'm afraid I wrote on the wrong sides of things. Oh, no, I see. Well, okay, so on this one, I thought it showed me like which one's which. Now maybe that's wrong. Check the cut orientation below each cutting guide image. This will show you how to cut the paper, keeping the patterns on your project pieces facing the right direction. As you cut the paper, label and sort the pieces as indicated in the cutting guide, creating a stack for each project. But what about this one? I don't get it. Let me go to 3B and see if I can get it. Sorry. Let me go to 3B. Let me find that piece. And that must be over here. Okay, I can get in that part. The 3B is the project number 3, right? And the left page. Oh, there it is. It's in the back there. Okay, so 3B is this piece, and it's going to be the Secret Seaside. Okay, and then what's the other one though? The green plaid. Let's go back to that. This is probably just a me thing. Maybe if you guys have done it before, let me know. But 2G and 3G. Let's look up those. 3G is blue also. See, that's kind of different. I'm going to write that 3G is... Oh, 3G is secret C. Oh, see, then I'm not sure. Let me look again. What's 2G? I hope I didn't do the first page or the first cut's wrong. You know, I just went for it. I just went for it. Okay, so 2G and 3G. Let's look. 2G is secret C. And 3G is secret C as well. Okay. Well, we're just gonna go for it. Okay, so then this one is 4.5 by 6.5. By 6.5. Okay, and then that one's called 2G. And then this one's 3 by 6. What? Ew. I don't think so. I did something wrong. 6.5. Oh, I cut one. Sorry, you can't see that. I cut one lengthwise instead of crosswise. Here, let me get rid of my face up in the corner. That's taking up too much space. Okay, that's taking up too much space right there. Okay, I made a little mishap. So you know what? We have this piece right here that's extra, and I am going to cut at 6 and 3. And then that one's called 3G. I should be writing in the center of the papers, because then if I make a mistake, I think that it would still look, it'd be hidden by a picture or another item. Okay, let's see here. 1H. Let's do this one, because I know this one. That's going to be easy. Okay. 1H is 9.5 by 9, and it's such gorgeous paper. Oh, so beautiful. 9.5 by 9. Now when you're placing this one, you'll have to keep your eye on that measurement, because it's very close in measurement. It's not a perfect square. One side's a 1/2 inch longer. And let's go over here to 1H, and it is this pattern. Okay, so this is 1H. Okay, so I'm stacking all of these off to the side over here. Okay, with their codes on them, and then you can just sort them into each page or each layout. Sorry. Okay, now this guy, another sheet of that. Let's see, do I have enough to work off of? You know, I could work off of scraps if I needed to. 2A. I want to go over to, you know, I'm double checking. I'm sure you don't end up doing this once you've done a workshop kit, but where's 2A is cherry cobbler, 1D and 1G. 1D is flowers and 1G is flowers. Okay, and so 3 by 11. So how's everyone else's weather? I think probably in the East Coast you're starting to get winter is arriving. Is that the case? And I think that out here in the West, well, except for the Western coast in Canada and Western Washington, is having a heck of a time. But Everybody else is kind of easy peasy for right now. Okay, 3 1/4 wide. I've already forgotten what I said about these, but that's okay. So 3 1/4 wide, and one is a square, so 3 1/4. And the other one, oh, they both are. Okay, that's easy. And I think one was one each for one side. So let's do 1G, and let's do 1D, and just know that I might have those switched, but I'm okay with that. It's very snowy in Massachusetts. All right, that sounds like Massachusetts to me. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, and then this guy. Okay, so now see, this just looks a lot more clear to me, where it's like one column per color, and that makes sense. Okay, so this is where the two-toned cardstock is going to start coming in, and this is Pool Party. Okay, so the dark and the light. See that? Dark and light. Okay, so the dark piece is going to be 6 by 10 1/2. Beautiful, beautiful color combinations. I love it. And one thing I also really like about this are these templates for cutting, and the measurements are very easy to see. Okay, to be or not to be. And then a little guy. Oh, let's see. I think I had it. This 4 1/2 by 1 1/2. Okay. No, 4 1/4. Okay. And so one thing about these kits is that they have not just been put together as a grouping of products that look good together, but they have been designed, right? That's kind of the magic. I was thinking about this, comparing it to the olden days when I used to go to, let's say, a scrapbooking store. I don't remember the name of it. And you had to pay extra for the class in designing. Otherwise, you just bought a whole lot of product and figured it out yourself. And that's takes some of the fun out of it sometimes. Sometimes you just want someone to tell you what to do. And I remember that store, that was, you know, you purchased a class and purchased the supplies. You weren't just given the class for free. And so this is a tremendous deal, I think. I think sometimes we forget how much is included in our experience right now with Stampin' Up, you know, or even hopefully at the Stamping Zoo, that when you make a purchase, sometimes you are getting a certain amount of it free, just for free. Okay, and so Secret C, light and dark, okay, and it says, well, I think it's dark, 1A. Oh, now hold it. When it has this, there's an asterisk there. What does that mean? Oh, well, I don't know if that's first cut. And then this says use back of paper. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Let me see. Does 1A, am I going to be able to tell? Does 1A use the light color? I don't even know where it is. Oh, I see. See it right there? It's a little thin strip. But it's going to be covered right here. They're going to have us use the whole thing. I don't really know that it's going to matter which side we use. 8.5 by 11. Okay. So you're going to have a lot of extra pieces that you can then make some beautiful coordinating Christmas cards. Ask me how I know. I've been using all of these supplies. We had a class. I gave a class, right? And I'm going to write right in the middle of this thing because I don't know which side it wants me to use. I feel like it wants me to use the light side, but I know that in the middle it's going to be covered. Okay. And then cherry cobbler. And so again, two-tone. So all of these two-tone cardstocks that I'm showing you, you can purchase in a full pack of cherry cobbler, let's say, sheets of 10, I believe. And, or maybe 12 for $10. It's very reasonable. And we've done all sorts of extra type of techniques that you can do with this paper. This is again, it's a two-tone cardstock. It has a white core. And so that allows for lots of fun things to do. They want just a 1 inch. So see on our paper trimmer, you can measure 1.5 inches over to the left, which is very handy. And we only want 1 by 11. And excuse me, it says 2F, and I'm just going to write 2F in the middle again. I hope I'm not. There's always a way you can kind of hide that with a sticker or a sentiment, right? Or a little journaling. Oh my goodness, look at this one. Okay, and then here's the old olive sheet. This is easy. Okay, and it's going to be 8 by 11. Oh, I know exactly where that goes. That's going to go in the middle of the Secret C page that up here. So 8 by 11. You know, layouts for scrapbooks and cards can be very similar, but again, we're dealing with different, you know, different overall layouts. And so some things that might be perfect sizing for the front of a card might really not work for a much larger piece of real estate, like a 12 by 12 scrapbook. And so I think it's very fun that we're going through the designing process because that will help me get back into this scrapbooking. I do want to do scrapbooking, but this is the way I want to do it. I want to do it just designed for me. At this time, you know, famous last words, but at this time, I don't want to get involved in designing it myself. If I do a class, again, just thinking about dipping my toe back in. So if I do a class, it will be a class featuring a kit that's already been designed, and then, you know, maybe I would do an add-on to it. But I probably wouldn't start from scratch. Okay, so it's giving us 3 1/4, 3 1/4, and then 3 1/2. Okay, so we need 2 strips that are 3 1/4 wide. This last one, we need a square that's 3 1/2, and so we need a 3 1/2 strip. Okay, and so then let's start cutting from there, and so that's going to be 3 1/2. Okay, and guess what? The same color, so it's 3I. Okay, and then 2H is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And so we'll trim this side down. Okay, and that one's called 2H. I wonder what everyone is doing. Lori says it's snowy there too. Oh yeah, Ohio. You had about 3 inches on the ground and it melted. And then you got 5 more. Eek. Oh gosh, and now it's going to freeze and get cold. Lovely. Yes, I'm familiar with this. I hope that the first part, if it was melting, that it went away completely so that you don't have ice underneath and snow on top. That's always fun, isn't it? Okay, now I'm cutting the middle layer, which is just 3 3 1/4 squares, 1 C, 1 E, and 1 F. 1 E and 1 F. Okay. And I am using like a roller ball, so it's like a gel pen, but it's quick drying. But still, as I was putting that on there, I was thinking, ooh, be careful. On the more slick, like if you're writing on designer series paper and you're writing on something that is metallic, you might want to be a little more careful than I'm being. Okay, now we have 3C, which is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And another one, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And the final piece should be a square, 3 1/4. So that one's 3L. Okay, and then this is 3D, and 3C. Ooh. Oh, I remember what 3 is, what they're using all that for. Okay, and then finally, oh my gosh, that was it? I was like, oh, I don't want to cut everything. It's too tedious. Okay. 3 1/4, another 3 1/4 strip. Okay. And then we want 4 1/4 wide. Okay. Again, trying to be careful to set the offcuts off to the side, to another side. Okay, separating them in from the pieces that I'm going to use. Okay, now this is going to be 6 1/4. And do you guys know where 6 1/4 is on this? Let me see. No. Let me bring you in. I don't want you to be afraid to use it. Okay, and let me, you come down here, mister. Okay. So 6 1/4 is marked right here. So it's a tick mark, just like normal, okay? And it's right before you swing the arm out. Okay, so here, let me write on this. And then 1J. Okay. Let's see if I can show you. This is hilarious. Okay. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right, so you can see there's an 1/8, 2, 3, and then 4. There we go. You see it? Right before the arm swings out. It's right there. It's very neatly made for you. You just have to make sure that you have good lighting. Okay, and then there's the 6 1/2, and away you go. Okay. All right, and then let's see. We wanted 2 pieces that are 6 1/4 by 4 1/2, and oh, I shouldn't have moved the arm yet, should I? Well, I wanted you guys to know, because sometimes I think that throws people, like, where is it? Okay, what happened? 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, and then another. Oh, I think I see what I did. I think I cut it 4 1/4 instead of, I should have cut it 6 1/4. Okay, it's all right, because guess what? With this big thick that I think is gonna work. Yep. Okay, so 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. All right. And that is going to be 1K. All right, and then 3K is a 3 1/4 square. We have a lot of 3 1/4 squares on the third layout. Okay, and that's going to be 3 Okay. All right, and then we've got this strip, and it's going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Oops, you can't see that, sorry. We have 2 of them that are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And so 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. And then what's left should be 3 1/4 square. Zippity-doo-dah, we're off to the races. 3J, and then 2C and 2D. 2C, 2D. That didn't take us very long. I was talking as I was doing it, and then all the pieces are cut. That's pretty cool. Okay, oh my gosh. It says, prepare for both pages. Okay, adhere photos to blah, blah, blah. Trim old olive dotted sticker to 11.5 inches. Okay, here's our left page, and here's our right page. Oh, it's this sticker. Okay, let's trim that sticker, and then let's move the trimmer. How about that? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this in, because I know this is 12 by 12, right? And it runs edge to edge, and this is the sticker down here. And so I'm just going to put it in until it's at the half. Let's see, can you see that? We're going to do subtraction here. Fraction, subtraction. Okay, so I'm going to put it to the 1/2 inch mark. Okay, and then I'm going to cut just until I'm up to the green part, to the green sticker. Okay, and so I cut a 1/2 inch off of it, which means there's 11.5 inch strip left. Okay. Oh my goodness. I got this neighbor behind me, and you know, it's one of those who is not going to be happy unless we can all listen to their lovely music. It's only when they pull in, thank goodness, but oh my, I'm just too old. Okay, so I'm going to grab the layout sheets now. Let's hope. The left page is this green plaid, which is a beautiful old olive plaid. And then this is solid. Use Secret C cardstock for your base page. Okay. Okay, so here's the sky. Let's work on the left side first. Okay, and we need these pieces. Ooh, fun. Okay, so now we basically get to deal ourselves all the pieces, right? And so I haven't put them into different categories yet, 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to start with 1, obviously. And we know we need those. Okay. And we need 1C, which has got to be one of these. It's got to be a bunch of these, actually, doesn't it? There's 1C. 1D is, I think, a little piece of paper, DSP, sorry. Oh shoot. Now see, I wrote on that. That was kind of dumb. What's 1G? They're both this paper. Okay, well, I think I have an extra one. Perfect. Okay, 1G, and then we'll pull this too. And then I need, this is a sticker because I remember seeing it. Okay, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. Did I pull 1E? I think it's just a white square as well. There's 1E. Okay, and did I, oh, 1F is probably the same thing. Duh. Come on now. Okay, and then 1G is the designer series paper. And so let me just try to fix this right now. I'll get better as I go on here. But I need to fix this one because 1D, I wrote on it. That's the only reason why. So I wrote on the wrong side. So 1D is probably 3 1/4 because that's the layout we're going for on this, isn't it? So let's do 3 1/4. And then 3 1/4. And then let's do, I already know what it is. I don't need to write on it. I think I can handle it from here. And then it looks like we're going to use this. Oh gosh. This is very fun. And I also love how they told us in the very beginning on the front of the page that like what techniques they're going to focus on. And I'm sure there's probably even a video for this. Well, I'm not sure, but there might be a video on this. Not that we need it. Okay, I got some sticky on there. Sorry. And they've got a super cute, some sort of a doodle dog here. Adorable. And so that's pretty cute. Okay, so trim old olive dotted sticker. Got it. Use exclusive old olive grid paper for your base page. Got it. Adhere 1A to the base page and then adhere 1B. So, got it. It's super large. I'm going to use, and I think it said, which again, use the adhesive of your choice. You could use liquid glue on this too if you wanted, or tear and tape. I think that would be overkill, but it says to use this, and I think it also has a measurement to help me if I need it. I'm assuming it's in the middle, but again, let's see here. So it says, yes, it says 1 7/8 in. Okay, and so I'm going to get my handy measuring implement. And I'm going to go, I'm just putting it so that, I don't know if you can see that because of the glare, but I am putting this so that there's 1 7/8 is even on the side. And this is grid paper, which is fantastic because we can kind of see like, okay, it's in the middle of that square is where this is going to line up. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to line it up to help guide me. Okay. And then I'm going to use that as my edge here. Now, I'm sure it gives me measurements from the top and the bottom. It says a 1/2 inch. I can wing it on that, okay? I'm going to wing it. And there's that. Okay. And then we want this one. Now this one's going to be a lot easier, right? Because I'm just going to center it in the secret C. But let's see, does it tell me? Let's say I needed help. Yes. It, you go in 1 7/8. No, it says go in 5/8 once you're on the old olive piece. I love that. That's very handy. Now, adhesive's a little different on scrapbooking pages, isn't it? For one thing, it's going to be under page protector. So you're already going to have some extra protection that we don't normally have on cards. Okay. Beautiful. Wow, look what we did. Okay. And then which I love the peak of secrecy there. Maybe this is a slight bit bigger than the other side. Who cares? Let's just say I meant to do that. All right. And then it says here you go 3/8 down and 5/8 in. And then when you end up, there's only 1/3 of an inch down there. Okay, so let's try and do, here, I have another little tool. I have a T-square. I bet you guys do too. Sometimes they have 6-inch T-squares, which is helpful too, but we're doing a 12-inch layout here, so let's use this one. Okay, and so this one, what did I say again? 3/8 of an inch down. So I'm gonna bring my pencil back in, and I'm looking actually in the camera, otherwise I'd need to put this sideways. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you see that right there? And, ooh, and 5/8 in. Again, let me see. 4, 5. Oh, just about there. Okay. We are just about on it. See that? Okay, and I'm kind of, again, I'm looking through here and using that. And you can also position it square on your grid mat, glass or otherwise, and then you can see that you're probably in the right place there. Okay, and so we're gonna start with 1C. Now, it doesn't matter which white square you use, okay? I'm gonna be honest, they're all the same measurement. But we're gonna leave that there, and then we're gonna bring 1C in. And again, I'm gonna double check my little measurements. And I didn't burnish it yet. I just wanna take a look, because this is kind of a straight layout. I'm gonna take this. Let me just, I know, sorry. You didn't expect me to have my hand so huge there, did you? 1, 2, 3. Yep, and 3. Okay, 3/8 is good. And if it's 3/8 across, that's gonna be fine there, because we measured it once, and if it's sitting square at the top, it's gonna be square down the bottom, okay? Let's get another one placed, and then that takes some of the pressure off. And so we're gonna bring in these guys, and again, they're marked, one's 1G and one's the other one that I just recut, right? And so let's get this one in. It's beautiful. And you can, hello Corinne, you got your card order done. Good for you. Okay, and so there's only a 1/4 inch between them. I'm just going to guesstimate, okay? Because we kind of know from making layers on cards what a 1/4 inch looks like. And again, I'm just gonna set it lightly, and then I'm gonna check at the top, which I'm just gonna turn it this way and check. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, good job, me. All right, now this one is it a sticker? No, it's a laser die cut. Okay, so it's up here. And this part just kind of gets fun, doesn't it? Okay. Well, Corinne, I wish I had all my cards done for special order or otherwise, but I love sending them out so much that I'm going to work hard on them. Let me see. I sent out Bon Appetit. No, I'm sending out Bon Appetit tomorrow, and those have all the cards in them already. Oh, look at this. So it even says on the back of the laser die cuts, Project 1 and so forth. And actually, this is what it looks like. That's super helpful, isn't it? Okay, So then December documented, and I bet this is also 1/4 of an inch. I know you can't see that, but trust me. And we're gonna just go with it because, as I said, because of working on cards so much, I feel like we can estimate 1/4 of an inch really well. Like we are really good at that, aren't we? Yes. Okay, and then we just continue. So, this is kind of lighting my fire about scrapbooking again. I'm kind of loving this. Okay, I just started. I realize that. And I don't have the pictures yet, but it's really kind of fun. Okay, there's that. And then 1F is down here. And we have just one more. Now let's see how close I got. It says there's 1/3 of an inch at the bottom. What? 1/3 of an inch? I don't even know what that is. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. I did it. That's pretty good. Okay, and then, oh, and then our other square. Now see, I would never line up these two patterns. Like I would put it over here. I would feel like, oh, that's not balanced. And so this is another great reason why it's nice to be the student, right? And so you learn like a different layout or what makes things kind of appealing to the eye. Hello, Lisa, how are you doing? And hey, Donna, your head is spinning from the cutting. No, it was so easy though, except for my few little mess ups. But it's just the pictures. The pictures tell you how. Okay, and then look at this. We get to decorate. Embellish with pre-cut pieces and stickers as shown. Using Stampin' Up! Dimensionals on some of the pieces, indicated by drop shadows. Oh, Lord, what does that mean? Drop shadows. I'm not sure what that means. Indicated by drop shadows. Am I crazy? I can kind of guess what I think is, you know. Let's see this one. By drop shadows. Does anybody know what that means? I don't know what that part means. Indicated by drop shadow. Okay, I know this one is going to be on a dimensional because it's up over something else. Drop shadow. Couldn't tell you. Okay, we're just going to go with it. I'll figure it out, or I'll keep asking until we figure that part out. But you watch that show. What show, Corinne? Which show are we talking about? Not Her Fault. Yeah. Oh, Not Her Fault. You watched that show, Not Her Fault. You did, and not quite sure what to think about it. Oh, I hope you didn't hate it. It's pretty interesting. I thought it was thought-provoking to me about family, about the woman's role in family. I don't know, just about the acting. It was just kind of fun and stuff. Okay, Christmas Joy. Oh, that must be, let's go back to our laser die cut pieces. Okay, because I think we can just take out everything that says Project 1. And then we'll know either it's on, it's for 2, Project 1 includes 2 12 by 12 layouts, but we'll just get everything for Project 1. P3, P2, P3, Project 3, P1. See, even on the little ones, it tells you. Like, there you go. Okay. That's so helpful. Okay, I think I got all of them that way. And then, let's see, are any of these? This one is a Project 1. This is this guy. Oh, lots. There are lots of added things and little pieces of interest. Think about if you were just making this yourself. You'd be die cutting all of these things, cutting them, punching them. Lord help me, I'd be tired already. I'd be too tired to do it all. Okay, and so anyway, we have all these cool things. Oh, I see where some of those are down at the bottom. Okay, and then we have some flowers. Beautiful. Yes, this is a gorgeous combination of Christmas florals, isn't it? Without just being poinsettia, the expected. It's different. Or poinsettia, whichever you prefer. Don't get after me now. Okay, and so Christmas Joy. Oh. No, Christmas Joy is a punch out too. I just went right by it. That's what I went over there to get in the first place. That's going to go here. See, like again, I would never line up those two things, but I love it. So I just learned something extra. Okay, I think I'm missing. I know there's flowers. Like this thing. Is that a sticker? Oh, it's a sticker. Okay, so these are stickers down here. And I am going to put one of those up on dimensionals. And so I'm going to, I don't think they're the same. Let me see. This one. The two pieces. Is that what it is? Yes, they might, you guys, they might be all exactly the same. I just can't tell because the orientation is different on the sticker sheet. Okay. Hang on. I've got a technique of my own to remind you or / teach you. Okay. So I want this to go up on dimensionals, but it's a sticker. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my dimensionals and I'm going to put some on here just like you normally would. Okay. And let me see. Oh, and it doesn't go over a photo place card, so that's fine. Okay, now I am not going to take the papers off of that yet. Just hold on. Because here's where the technique part's coming in. Okay, so now I'm going to take my embossing buddy, which comes in your embossing essentials kit, and I'm going to pounce it, not a million times, but I'm pouncing it onto the rest of the sticker because then that makes this not sticky. Okay, that's a little tacky. If I kept going, it would be not sticky at all. And so that way it will sit up off of the rest of the project and it will not, you know, stick down like that. Okay, so now you can take these off. Yes, I did almost miss my Christmas Joy, Judy. Thank you for the heads up. It was what I got the sheets out to get in the first place, and then it was like, oh, okay. I got distracted. Squirrel. Okay, and this is so gorgeous. Okay, so this comes in right there. Oh my, that's beautiful. Okay, and then see your edges don't stick because you've taken the sticky off. Oh, I'm sorry you have to go to a funeral, Jenny. I think I did see that you got some sad news about a friend, and I'm so sorry about that. We will miss you, but it's much more important to go and pay your respects. Absolutely. Okay, now, oh, they put like the different numbers in here. So those are stickers as well. You've got stickers 1 through 24, I think. Maybe some extras. No, 1 through 24. And so you could put those in there if you wanted to. I'm not going to right away. But also you'll have, you know, I'll put everything back in the package that it came in, all the extra pieces and parts. and then I'll like fine tune it once I have my photos. So I'm so excited that I'm doing this with you, because then I'm going to have my marching orders, because lots of times these days, which this part's fine too, but I get really busy and so I don't take pictures. And I do miss having pictures from special events, because we take pictures all the time, right? Of things that are not special. Whatever, screenshots of a million things. And then Christmas comes around and then I'm like completely forget. So this says Christmas Joy, Making Merry. Where's that business at? Oh, right there. Okay, we're going to have another case where I'm going to do that technique I just showed you. Okay, so we are going to create this. We're going to put dimensional on it. Again, don't put your embossing powder on first. Put your embossing powder on in the middle. Okay, so you've still got the backing paper on there. Okay, and then you pounce the embossing buddy on top of this, and you're really making it into a layering piece instead of a sticker. But first, we have these little pieces that we're going to put down there. And so we got those, right? We've got those right here. Oh, that's not stuck down yet either. Hello. Okay, let's put this up here. Okay. And then I'm going to do it just like they did. Kind of like the first time you do a recipe for food. Oh, this is a recipe for scrapbooking. And look, they've taken this one and they've turned it so it's flat. Now, I would not think to do that. I would cut them out and they'd be pointy, and then I would place all of the pointy sides down. But I like that they did that. And then let's see where this thing's going to fall. Get my flowers out of the way. Yes, but I am going to put a small strip. I'm going to put those together like that. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this over it, and this is going to adhere it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Has anybody else put this together? Are you guys like ahead of me on this whole thing? That's cute. That is cute. It gives me Christmas joy. Okay, and then we have one more flower. Nice. Okay. And that one. Again, I think these look exactly the same. Just for some reason, I honestly, it looks like one's bigger or smaller than the others. That's so funny. Okay, now I'm going to put this here, but I'm going to be kind of careful because I can always like kind of lift it up a little bit and sneak a photo underneath there. But I'm going to kind of just put it right there. And then there's a couple of these that I am just going to adhere down. Well, I'm going to adhere this one down flat because it is over here on the Christmas Joy side of things. Then there's another one. Oh, no, there's three. Good. Okay, that I like. That gives my eye balance. Okay, so we have one up here. It's going to go down like that. And then we have another one that's going to be over here. Again, kind of like they have placed it so that it's over that photo. See it there? But I'm going to give myself some leeway. And I'm going to just put it right here. So, oh my gosh. That's so cute. Did I forget anything? I don't think so. Again, I'm not going to put the numbers on it. I don't know if I will put the numbers on it, but you have them if you want them. Look what we made. Woo! It's so cute. That's really quite beautiful. It's not just cute. Very eye-catching. And now I have 3 spots for photos and 1 spot to tell some sort of a story, because you know I've always got a story. Okay, and then let's go over here to this page. So we're using a piece of Secret Sea, and it is two-tone. They probably just put two-tone in here. I'm assuming maybe that's what they do. They put all two-tone in, and then it gives you a little more selection, doesn't it? We could use the lighter side if we want. And so that has to be close at hand, my little measurements. And let's pull the rest of these that say number 1. Okay, there's 2 larger ones. I know 1J and 1K, because those are our photo mats. And I bet these are 2 and 3, if we've done this right. Hey, Kim, it's nice to see you. Glad to have, and hey, KZ. Nice to see the ladies. Where is Rosalind? She's probably having dinner with her family. You're excused, Roz, but I bet you're going to pop on here later. And so, hello. And then this one is obviously the main kahuna there. Oh, yes. And then this guy. Oh, you know what? Did I write on the wrong side of this? No, that's 3F. I did write on the wrong side of this. Dang it. Oh, I hate that. Let me see. Nope. See, I didn't quite have that part figured out. Look, it goes like this, and I wrote on it. So guess what? That's where a flower is going to go. Okay. Because there's a flower right there. Well, we're going to put one right there. The next time I'll be more careful. I think it's almost a safe bet to just write your coding in the middle. Or if you really want to be super careful, you can just put it on a little Post-it. I think I might do that next time. But in any case, here we go. And this one's very pretty, very bold, right? So we've got all the rest of these little pieces over here. And oh, my poor little Cassie is hacking these old dogs. They have an old dog coughing fits. Oh, that's going to go in a circle. Okay. And it tells me what to do, of course, right? Adhere 1H to the base page, then adhere 1I. And let me see. I'm just playing with the different tones. Whoops. Whoops. Hey, everything's like, it's like a tornado over here. It's like a hardened tornado. What in the world? So, not as much contrast, but very pretty. Oh, I can't help it. No, I need the dark. I need the dark. Okay, and we need our T-square again, don't we? Boop. Okay, and so this is telling us we're 1 1/4 in and 1 1/2 down. 1 1/4 in, 1 1/2 down. Okay. 1 1/4 in and 1 1/2 down. Okay. See what I'm doing here? So I've got this little pencil mark for the 1 1/4 in, and then I've got 1 1/2 down. Okay, and actually I'll do another one to keep us straight. And so 1 1/4 in, and let me put that one clear down here. Okay, so I can really kind of just see the reflection of them. I didn't make them huge. Okay, so then I can line up my T-square, and then I can bring it to the top, and I can keep it straight up and down. And then this helps me at the very top there. Okay? And then bring this in. Get your, whoops. Hey now. I'm the crazy driver. It wants to like slide off that paper for some reason. That's kind of goofy. Now remember, this is the one that's like only a 1/2 inch difference. And so the longer way goes up and down. How they have it laid out. It's not, guess what? It's not going to be wrong if you do it the other way. It's going to be just fine. And down. Okay, so I have been creating quite a bit. Zoobilee mostly this weekend. And so I've been just watching mindless TV. And so it is, I've been watching The King of Queens. You know what? That show cracks me up. And I'm also amazed at how, not Ben Stiller, but his dad. Is his name Arthur? No, that's his character name. Jerry Stiller, who was in Seinfeld. He's in The King of Queens, and it's like, he's in every single show. He's not like a guest person. And I'm just wondering, like, how long was he on that show? Because, I mean, he really did a lot of acting. I think there is a documentary out about he and his wife right now. Maybe it's on Netflix. But I haven't watched it, but I need to, because those two were really kind of lovable. And worked a lot. Now, I'm just eyeballing this, okay? I didn't measure it. It could go really wrong, but I didn't measure it. And then we've got our 2 pieces here. Okay. Oh, yes. That's how those are going to go. I'm going to go ahead and put them down. And it tells me, of course, all the measurements that I need. It says like go 1 5/8 inch down. And I can see that it's just a little bit down from the patterned floral paper. So that's all I'm going to do. Is I'm going to, ooh, look, there. Actually, I'm going to hide my boo-boo by bringing it up a little bit higher. And actually, it's not centered. But I'm going to cover my 1H. And now I'm just looking for it to be kind of centered from the left and the right. Okay, there we go. See, there's always something you can do to hide some unintentional thing, right? He and his wife were on the Ed Sullivan Show a lot when you were a kid. Really? Oh, see, they were probably, I don't know, hotter then, but how cool. I love it. Yeah, they're very neat. Okay, now this looks like it's a lot closer. Again, I'm not measuring, so my bad. That didn't last long, did it? I think I measured one time and I was like, okay, that's enough. Not really. Okay, well, we're gonna do what we can with these pieces and parts. Okay, and so the tab, they're putting the tab up here. Now look, I'm not putting adhesive right on the very edge because I want to be able to slip a picture underneath that, okay? And so you can use these placeholders and still put your embellishments on if you're kind of strategic with your adhesives. Okay, this is not a cardstock sticker. This is just a regular die cut. So this one I'm going to put up here. And again, I'm going to put this piece over the photo so that you can still tuck. It'll be like a photo corner. actually. Now I see we're going to come up here and we're not going to be able to add these 3 things yet because they actually come up way up over the photo, and this is a sticker, right? And so I'm not going to add those. In fact, can I add these? Sort of. I sort of can. Let me do the same trick. No, this one has to go down flat because there's going to be something up over it that needs to go on a dimensional. So if I'm going to put this here, then I like take my thumb and cover the part that I don't want glue on. And that'll be enough. And it can be fine-tuned with a mini glue dot or something like that if you want to later on. So this too will be something that, see that, where you can tuck a photo up underneath it. But then, I don't know about all these. And there's also something pink. Is that oh, that's a sticker. Okay, so it's a whole sticker. It's right there. It's quite pretty. Let's see what I can do. Same technique over here. We're using that technique a lot with these cardstock stickers, right? So get our dimensionals where we think they can be. And then I know I'm doing this off to the side, but I might be off camera slightly, but I didn't want to pounce this over my cardstock, especially not Secret C. Oh, now see, one of the backing papers came off. That's okay, because I want to be able to show you this. Let's say you forget and you pounce the embossing folder, or the backing sticker comes off, just like it did for me. Just put some liquid glue on that one, okay, and it makes it sticky. It's just sticky with liquid glue. Now I'm going to take, here's a space where I want to leave for the photo down underneath. And so I'm going to take that, okay, and so you can see then underneath here is all loose, okay, for the photo. Now these 2 other things, I don't think so, because they are like here, right at the top, and this one's like comes way down into the corner. So I'm just going to hold off on these 2. And again, I've got that bag that keeps everything together, and so some of those pieces, in order to do the layout, which I really like their layout, I'm going to hold off on that. But we've made a great start. We cut all the pieces, and I don't know if you can see this, but we have, there we go. We have our first 2-page layout. And so I'm going to be able to have some little pictures of maybe Tango and Cash, and then like my niece and nephew. Okay, the page of distinction. And then I'm going to have more group photos over here, maybe part of our, so we're having an adult gift exchange this year. So everybody's bringing a $50 gift. I chose mine last night, probably 3 in the morning, and I think it's quite brilliant. Even when I woke up, I was like, did that happen? And then I was like, yes, and it was brilliant. Okay, so I will let you know after said exchange what I chose, and you know, whether, how many times it was stolen, did it get retired, was it fought over, and then of course I'll let you know what I come home with. But we're just starting on this. I think we're going to continue on this on Thursday night, okay? And so, and then I'm going to finally tell you the story, the tragedy of Cher, okay? So on Thursday night, try and come and join me live. What's that going to be, the 18th? Because I'm going to tell you about the tragedy of Cher. And this is not a publicized story. Cher doesn't even know about it. But something went down during one of my Christmases that can only be described as such. Okay? So on that note, I'm so glad to have been having fun with you here. And yes, the tragedy of Cher. The Cher you're thinking of, okay? So we're going to talk about that on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. You can catch me anytime here on replay. Maybe you're going to be scrolling through in the middle of the night like I was last night, looking for the perfect swap gift. Well, whether you're with me live or on replay, I thank you so much. Please leave your comments. Tell me about your own Christmas traditions. And we'll be back with this scrapbooking kit in a few days, okay? I'll see you then. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and share, everybody. Get this out to the masses, okay? Or just our little zoo friends at least. Okay, everybody, see you soon.